YouTube. What is good? It's your boy Q from Next Level Reefing, and I'm back with another video. First and foremost, I'd like to say thank you for all the love and support. I sure do appreciate it. And with that being said, make sure you hit that subscribe button and smash the notification bell so you can be notified of every video that I drop, which is every single Friday. All right, so let's dive into it. So in today's episode of the Dream Tank Build, we're going to take a little trip to some LFSs. Now, before we dive into that, I'd first like to apologize for the cloudy water. Bella has been kind of slacking this week, so I had to kind of help her out and sift the sand for her a little bit. Now, I currently live in Raleigh, North Carolina, and out here we have a few LFSs in, which they're cool, but you know, Charlotte is 2.5 hours away, and for years I've heard nothing but great things about the LFSs out there, so I figured, you know, why not? I'll go ahead and give it a shot, take a trip out there and see what they have to offer. So I kind of had to break this down to like a 2-day trip, like a twofer, because there was so many LFSs that I saw that popped up on Google search. So, and then when I got there, one of the stores that I was into was a pretty cool guy, and I'll dive into that a little bit later, but he also added 2 more stores that he recommended on top of that list. So I was like, oh man, this is like a kid in a candy store right now. So now the first store that we're going to take a step into is going to be called Upscale Aquatics, which is in Huntersville, North Carolina. Now the name alone caught my attention. I was like, ooh, upscale, huh? Yeah, I gotta see what's inside this thing. So I get there and I came across a very cool dude named Josh and also Travis. So shout out to Josh and Travis at Upscale Aquatics. Man, I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for helping me out. And of course, I'll see y'all on the next one. Now, I wished I would have captured some footage of the inside, but I still feel like that kind of creepish kind of dude that's just pulling out their phone, taking videos and photos of everything. So maybe next time I'll take you guys on an inside tour and maybe be able to talk to Josh so he can give a tour, because that's exactly what he did when he came in. I told him it was my first time, and you know I'm in town trying to get to all the fish stores that I possibly can today. So he gave me a tour of the whole place and the rundown of what they sell and what they carry, and also letting me know that they do delivery too, and which was only I think like $20 to $25, which is pretty dope. So if I didn't want to just take the trip with the fish with me, I could have just, you know, had it delivered and then it would have came the next day. But you know, I don't mind it, so it's only 2.5 hours like I said. So now if you guys are ever in the Charlotte area or live near the Charlotte area, I would highly recommend you guys check them out if you haven't already, or at least look them up on social media, because they also do national shipping as well. So definitely give them a look, because they had high quality corals, they had high quality fish, like the fish that I never saw in here in Raleigh. So again, Josh and Travis, I sure do appreciate y'all. Now the next store I went to was called Salties of Lake Norman, I think it was called, which was also called Aquatics. So I didn't even know, because it popped up twice. And when I got there, the guys were telling me that actually it's the same owner. It's like a big box store. So now first impressions when you first walk into that store is, wow. They had a big display tank, and it had stingrays, sharks, big tangs, you name it. It was pretty dope. Lionfish. Again, I apologize, I don't have footage, but you know, I got to get out of the not feeling like a creep mode. So again, the next time I go out there, you know, I'll probably be able to show that for you guys. Now, as I mentioned before, this one is a big box store, and they come with big box prices. And they're for some reason, which was kind of crazy, they didn't have much of a good stock list when I was there, but you would think that being a big box store, they would have more variety, but most of the mom and pop shops have better variety than they had. So I didn't quite get anything from that store. So, but again, very dope presentation. Love the entrance. And now the last store that I went to for day one was called Advanced Aquatics. Now Advanced Aquatics is based out of Belmont, North Carolina, which I've never heard of that place before, but hey. And the gentleman running the show for that store is David. So shouts out to David. Man, This dude is cool, down to earth. He will talk to you, answer your questions about anything. You can talk to him all day, which I almost did, and I had to pinch myself and get out of there. But once again, I sure do appreciate you. Now, David has some very, very, very good eye candy for corals, and he had a decent amount of fish too, and the fish was very reasonably priced. Like, I haven't seen those prices of fish since the time I was second I was in the hobby, so about 2012, 2013. He had those prices. So usually a yellow tang nowadays is like what, $69, $80. I got a yellow tang for $50. That is a steal nowadays. So again, I would highly recommend going there if you guys are in the Charlotte area or ever happen to go out there, or if you even live there. Definitely go check them out if you haven't already. So day 2 of the adventure, I stopped by a place called Wet Pets. Yep, Wet Pets. Now this store is based out of Gastonia, North Carolina, and I would say this is definitely an old school mom and pop shop. You could definitely feel the vibe when you first walk in. Now I have a footage of one of his saltwater tanks that he had that had like huge fish. I just had it. I didn't care if I looked like a creep or not. There was nobody else in the store, so I was like, yo, I gotta take a photo of this thing. So I took a photo of that. But as far as the saltwater side of things, if you're looking for clownfish, oh, he has it. He has a few designer fish, not all designer fish, but he has quite a lump sum of clownfish. So shouts out to Wet Pets. I can't remember the guy's name because I didn't really get anything from there, but he was a pretty cool cat. And, you know, definitely go and take a trip out there if you guys have a chance. All right, next up on the list was the actual recommendation from my man David from Advanced Aquatics, which is CMAX Aquarium. That place was also cool, man. I don't know if it was the owner that I was talking to, but whoever it was that I was talking to, I can't remember your name, I apologize. But, you know, we chopped it up for a minute, and he was a cool cat. You know, we talked about the stores that I have out here in my location, which he knew about. And then I told him about my man David from Advanced Aquatics, and he, of course, knew him and his wife. And, you know, he gave nothing but good things and vice versa. So it's pretty dope when you're in a hobby and everybody, you know, knows everybody and everybody's cool with everybody. So that's definitely appreciative. So now, last but definitely not least off the list is a place called Nemos Reef. Now, this place, if you looking for designer corals, man, they have it all. Yo, shout outs to Eric at Nemos Reef. Yo, that dude was pretty cool, down to earth. You know, we chopped it up for a minute, and he was showing me the back room of their online website, of the actual room that displayed. Man, when I tell you I was drooling, woo! But again, those designer corals comes with a designer price. I'm talking about, these are like the Saint Laurent, Givenchy, Gucci type prices. I mean, these are like the Rolls Royces of corals. So they are way out of my price range for right now. But it's definitely some good eye candy to drool over, though, I'll tell you that. They also had some pretty dope display tanks. One tank they said they don't sell corals and fish out of. One of them they did. When I got there, the fish selection was quite slim, but the coral selection was off the chain. Eric did say, though, I came on like a slow day, so pretty much all the stuff that they usually keep as far as fish, they said they have the same level of fish in stock as they do with corals, but that particular day they were waiting for their shipment. So I think he said, which was Thursday, because I told him that I was looking for a blue throat trigger because I already have the female trigger. So I'm just looking for a male blue throat trigger, and he said he'll give me a holler and a call once he gets that in. He can also just ship it to me, which that price that he was giving me was a steal. I saw that blue throat in another place, but I was holding back because Eric, you know, had a price that, you know, nobody could beat. So again, shouts out to Eric and Nemos Reef. Now, I know I say in almost every video that I'm gonna try to keep it short and sweet, but I'm a man of my word this video, and I'm gonna go ahead and cut it short now. Next week, I'm gonna go ahead and dive into what I actually picked up on the stores when I took those trips. So fish, coral, and I'm also gonna give you guys my stock tank currently, and also I think I said I was going to give you guys my dream list as well, so I'm gonna go ahead and knock that out for you guys next week too, so be sure to stay tuned. Once again, I sure do appreciate y'all, thank y'all, and I see you on the next one.